Hello, everyone. I'm Tyler Hendrickson, and this is my lesson plan for kindergarten. The subject is social studies, and the topic is similarities between families now and in the past. I'll be doing this lesson tomorrow at 10 a.m. The Common Core standard that it'll be focusing on is CCSS Elementary School Literacy, RHK 3. Students will develop an understanding of similarities between families now and in the past, including daily life today and in other times, and the cultural origins of customs and beliefs around the world. The measurable objective of this lesson: by the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify similarities between daily life in their families today and families in the past, recognize and describe cultural origins of customs and beliefs around the world. The I can statement is: I can identify similarities between my family's daily life now and in the past, how families are around the world, similar and different. Part 2, instruction preparation. The context of my classroom: there's 18 students of various backgrounds in the classroom. Some students have difficulty with attention, one student's very quiet, and another student has an IEP for developmental delay. A paraprofessional will be present during the lesson. The rationale is that this lesson is important as it helps students develop an understanding of their own family history and cultural diversity present in families worldwide. It connects to prior learning about families and prepares them for future lessons on global cultures. Some of the vocabulary: family, past, present, customs, beliefs, similarities, differences. Understanding these terms is essential for students to compare and contrast family life across time and culture. The use of visuals and hands-on activities to engage students with different learning styles. Incorporation of cooperative learning strategies to promote peer interaction and support. Utilization of scaffolding techniques to support students with diverse needs. Then you'll see some of my resources I've used to collect some of the information. And the physical materials will be picture books, cultural artifacts, chart paper, markers, and drawings. And a lot of this can be done on a computer or a tablet. Begin with a class, the way I'm going to engage the students is I'll begin with a class discussion about family traditions and daily routines, encouraging students to share examples from their own families. And I'll show pictures of families from different time periods and cultures, asking students to identify similarities and differences. This is a breakdown of the lesson. It'll take about 45 minutes. There'll be an introduction that takes 5 minutes. Then we'll do the exploration of daily life, which will take about 10 minutes. And this is where we'll compare and contrast daily life in families today and in the past. Most of this will be whole group discussion. There'll be a discussion on cultural origins, which will take 10 minutes. This is where we'll show artifacts that represent various cultures. And then a hands-on activity that takes 15 minutes. This is where we can divide students into smaller groups and provide each group with pictures of different cultural customs and beliefs, with the teacher and the para moving around the classroom. And then the final section is 5 minutes, and it's sharing and reflection. Each group shares their drawings with the class, facilitates a discussion on similarities and differences in customs and beliefs. Accommodations that could be provided: we could provide visual support such as picture cards and artifacts for students with diverse learning needs. This is also where the tablet could come into handy, because we could zoom in and make things a little more visible. We could assign roles within small groups to ensure participants from all students. This is where the teacher and the para could move around the classroom, and we could offer additional time or support for students who require it, including the student with the IEP. And then to close up the lesson, we're going to summarize the key points about family similarities and culture origins, encourage students to reflect on what they've learned. And after the lesson, there's 3 assessments prepared. 2 are formative, 1 is summative. The first one is a group discussion, which will evaluate students' participation and understanding during whole group discussions on family similarities and cultural origins, and will observe students' similarities to compare and contrast and engage in dialogue and contribute to the discussion. And then there's a formative assessment for student drawings. We'll assess students' ability to visually represent and articulate their understanding of cultural customs and beliefs. And then a reflection activity, which is summative. Review students written on drawn reflection on one similarity and one difference between families now and in the past. Thank you.